Have you ever found yourself wondering why it is so difficult bow hunting white-tailed deer? Hi, my name is Greg McGee, and as a bow hunter, I have found myself wondering this very thing on different occasions. I did a little bit of research and found an article by Chuck Adams called "Shooting from an Elevated Stand: Tips and Techniques for Hunters Afield." It helped answer a lot of the questions I've had, and Chuck gives a good overview of all that is incorporated into bow hunting. Starting with the legalization of stand hunting in the 1960s, success rate for white-tailed deer and popularity of the sport has skyrocketed. There's been many people with many different innovations come out that have really helped the sportsmen achieve success. Some of the equipment that you'd be looking to obtain to whitetail deer hunt would be first a suitable tree stand. On the market today there's several good options, but it needs to be a steady stand. Fixed position generally is the most popular, but there is some self-climbing stands that are pretty stable and easy to use. There's also in this day and age, with a lot of parks becoming open to bow hunting, and they do not allow anything to be screwed or drilled into the trees, there's been many types of chain-on tree stands and ladder stands that lean against the tree and tie down. So after you've picked a stand, now it's time to think about your safety gear. And a safety strap is most commonly used in stand hunting. A secure strap fastened around the waist. It must be comfortable and able to hold up to your body weight, and preferably over your body weight. Should be 1 end should be fastened securely to the tree, and the other securely around the upper torso, either in a full harness or just a belt system is suitable. This allows you to bend easily and lean against the safety harness for increased mobility and shooting, able to shoot from different positions. After you've chose your stand and your safety restraint, now it's time to move on to your bow. Now, for stand hunting, you're going to want a more compact bow, and there's many good options on the market. There's a lot of competition in the bow market, and there's been lots of new technology that has benefited the stand hunter greatly. What you should look for is a bow that is less than 44 inches axle to axle, which is top to bottom. The overall length of the bow is only 44 inches, and a lot of people today use bows that are only 30 inches to 32 inches. Something compact for the stand and easily maneuverable. After you select your bow, there's different options for the sights. Now, to adjust for shooting from the elevated position, some folks like to use what's called a pendulum sight, which will adjust automatically for the downward angle. Now, the pendulum sight is more fragile than a fixed sight, and also when the shot becomes farther than about 35 yards, the pendulum sight becomes ineffective. It's not nearly as useful as a fixed sight. But if you're someone that does not take a shot farther than 35 yards, which many bow hunters do not, a pendulum sight can be a very effective sight. Now, the fixed position sight, which is probably more popular than the pendulum, is more rugged and durable, and just, in my opinion, the better way to go. Now, when using a fixed position sight, it can be beneficial to use a rangefinder or prejudge, distances to know where to hold your pin. And this, if you have a 10-yard shot, you measure from the base of the tree. From an elevated position, you tend to shoot higher than you would from a straight position from the backyard or shooting at the shooting range. You tend to hit higher, so you need to aim lower to compensate for the downward angle. Now, also, while in a tree stand, you need to be aware of your surroundings as far as shooting lanes and foliage that can deflect your shot or impair movement of the shot of the hunter. Now, by trimming your shooting lanes, there's different tools that have become part of the normal gear for a bow hunter. A folding saw has been most useful in bow hunters. It's an easy, lightweight tool to carry, keep in your bag, and it's effective in cutting limbs up to about the size of your wrist, or roughly 2 inches in diameter. Now, what we've learned here today is when putting this all together, it greatly increases your chances for success. Now, first, stand selection. With the proper stand, it will be comfortable and stable for shooting from elevated positions. With the proper safety restraint, it will be safe, and it will allow you to lean into the angle if needed, and to achieve stability when shooting. And then with selecting a sight, select one that works well with your bow, gives you good line of sight, and has good visible pins. And then clear shooting lanes. Make sure your shooting lanes are free of debris and small foliage. This can greatly improve your accuracy. With all this taken into consideration, you should become a very proficient and successful bow hunter. And to everyone, good night and happy hunting.